Hello, everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a shocking development that has sent shockwaves through Russia's military command and the global defense community. A reported $2.5 million Ukrainian strike has allegedly destroyed a heavily fortified Russian bunker along with a key missile defense installation. This event not only dealt a serious blow to Russia's defensive capabilities, but also raised critical questions. How did Ukraine pull this off? What technologies were used, and what does this mean for the future of the war? Let's break it all down and get to the truth behind this dramatic strike. In recent months, Ukraine has dramatically escalated the precision and range of its strikes. What once seemed impossible, targeting deep behind Russian lines, has now become disturbingly routine. Russian infrastructure, command centers, and even strategic air defenses are no longer safe. This latest strike, however, stands apart because it targeted something far more significant: a command bunker reportedly coordinating missile defense operations and containing senior Russian personnel. According to multiple military intelligence sources, this bunker was believed to be hardened and nearly impenetrable. It may have been located underground, reinforced with concrete, equipped with electronic jamming systems, and protected by surfaced air defenses. Yet despite all that, Ukraine managed to identify, target, and obliterate it in a single, coordinated attack valued at approximately $2.5 million. Let's talk about the cost for a moment. Some might wonder, why spend millions on a single strike? The answer is simple. The target was worth far more. Inside this bunker were critical systems directing Russian missile defense in a highly strategic region. Eliminating this facility doesn't just destroy equipment. It disrupts communication, command structure, and real-time decision-making. Reports suggest that several high-ranking officers may have been present during the strike. If true, then the damage isn't just physical, it's psychological. When senior staff are wiped out in what was considered a safe zone, morale across the ranks can collapse. Soldiers begin to ask, if the bunkers can't protect us, what can? But how did Ukraine locate such an important facility? This is where intelligence and technology come into play. Ukraine has significantly improved its intelligence capabilities, collaborating closely with Western partners who provide satellite imagery, signal interception, and advanced reconnaissance. The bunker may have been detected through intercepted communications or patterns of movement, perhaps an unusually high level of radio traffic, or convoys entering secluded zones. Additionally, Ukraine's use of long-range drones and missiles has evolved. Some reports suggest that they used a combination of UAV reconnaissance to pinpoint exact coordinates and precision-guided munitions to strike with devastating accuracy. We're not just talking about off-the-shelf drones here. These are sophisticated systems capable of evading radar, flying at low altitudes, and adjusting mid-flight. Once the coordinates were flawless, the strike was launched. Multiple precision weapons hitting in rapid succession to overwhelm defenses and ensure total destruction. Now we have to ask, what missile defense system was destroyed? While official confirmation is limited, analysts believe the targeted installation may have included components of Russia's S-300 or even S-400 missile defense systems. These are not cheap assets. A single S-400 battery can cost hundreds of millions of dollars and is one of the pillars of Russia's air defense umbrella. If a key part of that system was taken out, it means the region is now more vulnerable to future Ukrainian attacks. It also reveals something crucial. The myth of Russian invincibility is crumbling. For years, Russian air defenses were considered among the best in the world. Yet one by one, Ukraine has been exposing their weaknesses. Whether due to outdated technology, poor maintenance, or tactical overconfidence, these systems are failing to stop modern, agile, precision-guided attacks. The strategic implications are massive. Without that bunker and missile defense coordination point, Russia may struggle to detect and respond to incoming threats in that area. Ukrainian forces can now operate with greater freedom and exploit gaps in coverage. This opens the door for further strikes on ammunition depots, supply lines, or command centers. It also forces Russia to divert resources to rebuild, relocate, and reinforce, delaying their own operations and weakening their offensive capabilities. Some experts suggest that Russia will now be forced to move critical infrastructure even deeper underground or farther from the front lines. But doing so comes with trade-offs. The deeper or more remote they are, the harder it is to maintain fast communication and coordination. Ukraine is effectively pushing Russia into a corner where defense becomes slower and more reactive. Let's look at the psychological impact. Ukrainian strikes are no longer random or symbolic. They are surgical and strategic. Russia's soldiers are noticing. Videos and intercepted messages show increasing fear and frustration. They know Ukraine has eyes in the sky and ears in their communications. They know that nowhere is truly safe. On the Ukrainian side, this success boosts confidence and unity. It proves that meticulous planning, intelligence, and advanced technology can defeat even the most fortified targets. It also sends a message to Western allies. Every dollar of support is making a difference on the battlefield. Ukraine is showing results, and those results are reshaping the war. The financial angle is also important. Yes, $5 million is a large amount. But military experts agree that the value of this strike far exceeds the cost. In warfare, destroying command infrastructure is one of the highest value targets possible. It disrupts decision-making, slows response time, and creates confusion. If the bunker also housed sensitive data, servers, or encrypted systems, then the loss becomes even more catastrophic. Some analysts believe that Russia may have stored digital systems inside that were connected to broader radar networks. If true, then part of Russia's regional missile defense awareness could have been blinded in one blow. There is also a geopolitical aspect. Each successful Ukrainian strike deep within Russian-controlled areas shakes global perceptions. Countries watching the conflict, including NATO members and nations on the fence, are reassessing Russia's strength. The more Russia loses high-value assets, the weaker it appears diplomatically. Ukraine is proving that with determination, modern tactics, and strategic intelligence, even a smaller nation can challenge a major power. This changes the narrative of the war and encourages further international support. It also pressures Russia's allies, like Iran or North Korea, to decide whether backing Russia is still worth the risk. So, where does Russia go from here? They will likely attempt to deny the strike or downplay the damage. In past incidents, Russia has tried to hide losses to maintain the illusion of control. However, satellite photos and leaked footage often reveal the truth. They may rebuild the bunker, but that takes time and resources. They may relocate missile defense systems, but that exposes other areas. They may increase air patrols, but fuel and manpower are limited. Worst of all, they may retaliate with heavier attacks on Ukrainian cities, hoping to reassert dominance. But every escalation risks further international backlash and sanctions. Meanwhile, Ukraine will study the success of this strike and replicate the tactic elsewhere. The formula is clear: intelligence, precision, timing, and overwhelming force. Ukraine understands that destroying infrastructure is more valuable than destroying field units. Cut off the brains, and the arms stop working. We may see future strikes on logistics hubs, communication nodes, or even naval installations. With each successful hit, Russia's war machine becomes slower, weaker, and more vulnerable. Let's not overlook the technological revolution happening in real time. This war is proving that traditional defenses, bunkers, radar systems, surface-to-air missiles, are not enough in the age of drones, AI-guided weapons, and satellite intelligence. Modern warfare favors speed, precision, and adaptability over size and quantity. Russia is learning this the hard way. Ukraine, supported by cutting-edge intelligence and Western innovation, is writing the new playbook. In the end, this $2.5 million strike is more than a headline. It's a turning point. It shows the world that deep strikes are not just possible, they are effective. It reveals the vulnerability of so-called impenetrable defenses. It exposes flaws in Russian strategy and command structure. And most importantly, it signals that Ukraine is not fighting blindly. They know where to hit, when to hit, and how to cause maximum impact with minimal resources. This strike will be studied by military analysts for years. It will be discussed in strategy schools and war rooms. It serves as a warning to any nation that relies too heavily on static defenses and underestimates the power of intelligence and precision. The battlefield is changing, and those who refuse to adapt will fall. As the conflict continues, one thing is clear: the balance of power is shifting, and events like this are accelerating that shift. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, because this war is entering a new phase, and we'll be right here breaking down every major move, every tactical innovation, and every turning point. Make sure you like, subscribe, and let me know what you think of this strike in the comments below.